going on, guys, and welcome to the Christopher Marc Show. So I have the privilege of introducing you guys to a familiar person, really familiar. Like, y'all might know him, you might not. You might like him, you might not. Ladies and gentlemen, Kirkland, Kayrunna, Fluellen. Hey, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
All right, no complaints.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's 50-50 chance y'all gonna like me.
It always is. It always is. That's how it rolls. That's how it rolls. So let me ask you this question, man. So I know that you did your movie.
Yes. Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You did your album.
Yep.
You did your magazine.
Yep.
So now there's something else coming out. So what tell the
absolutely.
people about it?
All right. So for those of you who don't know, the movie that drops called Philly Mentality. The album that drops called Philly Mentality. They're both connected together. It's all part of one, big package that tells one story. Same thing with the magazine. It's all connected about my story of a specific time period within my life. That time period being when I was working at TD Bank and the experiences that I was going through at the time while at TD Bank, while also trying to pursue my music career. And this was at a time where I was living over in Jersey, but most of my life was still over here. So it's like I'm dealing with a lot of different stuff, whether it be people that's over here questioning whether I'm actually from over here or not, and then trying to test me and things of that nature and all the other stuff. Like I said, go cop it. It's out now, right? But what I have coming down the pipeline, pause for anybody who plays that, is Philly Mentality Uber Edition. So what most people are familiar with when it comes to like an album and whatnot, they're used to the deluxe edition. Yeah. I wanted to put my own little spin on that, called the Uber Edition, seeing as how I'm introducing people to the idea of what an Uber MC is. Right. Now, before y'all think about Uber as in like delivery, you know what I mean? German, like the word Uber is German for super. So my idea is Super MC, but I didn't want to call it that. It sounds cheesy. So I was like, let me call it the Uber MC. So this is the first Uber edition that I'm dropping. This is the Uber edition of Philly Mentality. And it's not just like a couple of extra songs. Like, when people do a deluxe edition, they only might do maybe 3, 4, 5 songs. Yeah. This is a whole nother album. So when I go to drop Philly Mentality Uber edition, it's going to release as a double disc album, being, the original album remixed, some of the songs are remixed and remastered for better sound quality, along with the new album along with it.
Wow. Yeah, because you there's a lot of songs on that album, the one that's coming out.
Yeah, it's same amount as the first one. The first one was 14, this one's 14, but like I said, when you put it out as a double disc, now you got 28. So it's like, you're getting a whole whole collection.
It's a lot of talking.
Yeah, plus you shared a load. You want a couple songs.
You know what I mean? Listen, no, I'm not. No, any of those songs.
Oh, you didn't want me to break that yet, huh?
Yeah, you know what I mean? If y'all see my name on there, that is someone else. He might look like me. They say, you get like what, the doppelganger and all
got doppelganger, clone.
Yeah. Yeah, they cloned me, man.
They cloned you.
They cloned me.
Who cloned you? Government cloned you?
Whoever.
I mean, I ain't got the budget. It's not my budget to clone you.
You sure? I mean, I ain't got the money for that. You doing 28 songs. You must be doing something.
Well, thank God he's blessed me in a way where I can produce for myself, write for myself, record myself, mix myself, master I can do it. So it's like the budget, it sounds infinite. It's really not. It's a lot of work. But, at the end of the day, it's worth it in the end.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you sound like the modern day Prince. You know how Prince just had to do everything, I don't know how he had time to get on stage, you know what I mean? Because after all that.
It's crazy to have a personal life and do the stuff that he did. I mean, he played instruments. Yeah. I don't play instruments yet. But, at the end of the day, though, I ain't gonna lie, just producing, the amount that I do, it's like that does take a lot of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like I said, I can only imagine with Prince because he was actually doing the real instruments.
Right.
So
let me ask you this. So where you're at right now, as far as like everything you've like already done and like the things that's coming out now, it's like, how do you feel like your career is going thus far?
I mean, it's all right.
It's all right. It's all right.
No, it's all right. I feel like it could be better, but at the end of the day, it's baby steps. You know what I mean? What is that? I think I have like 54,000 streams, you know, all across the world from, you know, Canada, America, Venezuela, Brazil, Costa Rica, Africa, you know, a few places in, you know, Europe, from UK to Denmark to Germany, France. You know, like I said, got the Africa. I forget where we're at. Like I said, specific spots, but long story short, it is worldwide though. India, China, Australia, New Zealand.
You know, that says a lot, right? It says that you can afford clones. And the reason why, because here's the reason why. It's like most people can't even get people to listen to their music down the street or even next door. Hey man, I made an album. I'm not listening to it. And then you turn it on so they can listen to it. Turn that off. Right? Like that's how it goes. So I think for you to have that level of reach just shows the diversity of your music. You know, because there's you know, some kid in Africa with no shoes on dancing to your song right now. You know what I mean? Can you imagine that? Like that's really happening
he
right
might have
now.
Sandals. He might have sandals on.
Maybe. That's a big maybe. You know what I mean? But you might have the no shoes songs. Like, you know what I mean? You might have those type of songs where it's just like it creates that vibe. So I mean, you know, it's amazing, man. So okay, so you feel like, you know, where you're at in your career is all right. All right. So now what do you want to let people know about where everything is going? Like, what's the full out vision for the Uberverse, for Kayrunna? Like, what do people have to look forward to?
So the full out vision for what I'm trying to build is obviously it goes beyond music because I'm more than just a musician. You know what I mean? Like my company, Uberverse Advanced Arts, UV Arts for short, is it's a company that specializes in arts, sciences, and entertainment, but with a specific goal in mind, which is therapy. You know what I mean? So it's therapy via arts, sciences, and entertainment. So it goes beyond just the music. Like my music operates as most artists look at their music as like a journal or diary. You know, some artists look at it as excuse me. Some artists look at it as just a business and they just like, okay, this I'm gonna make this type of song. But for me, it's like, despite how diverse my music is in terms of me having like, you know, club songs, but you know, conscious songs, introspective songs, you know, whatever the case may be, it's like, it's really therapy in the sense of me getting out all the things that I can't express in my everyday life because people aren't receptive to me being able to give that out. And, you know, like, it's funny how energy works, you know what I mean? Because I think people are just like, oh, the energy of the room, the vibes. It's like, no, it's not just a matter of, you know, is there copacetic vibes? It's like, there's an electrical current that flows through our body. And depending on what you do for yourself to make yourself a better person, what you do for other people to help them in their journey, it's like that affects the frequency of who you are. And it's like human beings are like magnets. We push and we pull. So it's like, there's a lot of things that I haven't been able to get out over the years, not because I didn't, not because of lack of trying, but it's because people just couldn't hear me. So I know that they can hear me though through my art. So that's part of the reason why it was important for me to make a movie. You know, that's part of the reason why it's important that I create the Renegade of Art season 1, shameless plug. That's coming after you know, the Uber edition of Philly Mentality drops, because it's like I have to have a medium to be able to let out all of these things that have been held in internally. And like I said, again, it's like, you know, I've always, my thing was, even as a child, when getting into the world of art, it was like, how can I help people with this? You know what I mean? And I always knew that art is a medium for being able to get out and express things that you might not be able to express. Yeah. So for me, you're getting more than just music moving forward. You get more than just movies. At some point, you're going to get actual scientific technology that can help people. You know, you're going to get more TV shows, more movies, more music, more production. You're also going to get behind the scenes classes about how all of this stuff works, so that you can be able to do it for yourself, so that you can be able to begin your therapeutic journey for yourself. And also video games might be coming down the line, comic books, you know, more magazines, clothing designs, you know, getting into the fashion world, because like I said, at the end of the day, all forms of art are therapeutic. You know what I mean? And it's important to to know which one works best for you. You know what I mean? So, and it's like, for me, I've always been somebody who has been like multi-talented in different art forms. Like music wasn't even my initial, like, oh, this is what I'm going to get into. I mean, I started off drawing and painting and stuff like that. I'm like, how can I bring all of the other art forms together to be able to teach people to help themselves with it? You know what I'm saying? It was like, one day I'm just like, I just got into rap. I'm like, nah, this actually might be the way I could bring all my other stuff in. So yeah, look for all of that at some point in the near future, because at the end of the day, you know, I ain't doing nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, so that's a good segue. How's your personal life?
Sucks.
Okay, all right.
I mean, well, if you're talking about in terms of like friendships and this, that, and the third, I mean, listen, I got people shooting at me online. I'm shooting back. You know what I mean? It's like people don't want to see you progress because.
So how are you circling the block on Instagram? I just want to know this. You know, like, is that really happening?
We're not allowed to cuss on there, right?
Listen, man, I'm trying to, you know.
Okay, got you. PG.
Reach some people.
All right, I got you. So, but no, listen, I mean, I prefer to not be petty. But here's the thing. I'm about to be 38 at the end of next month. All right, May 30th.
Yeah, that'll
I'm gonna be 38.
That'll do it.
If I've been cordial, willing to look the other way with certain stuff, and I've been trying to be peaceful, you know, for me to be able to get to where I'm at now and not end up in jail or dead in a graveyard somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And you claim to still be a friend of mine, and you taking little shots thinking that I ain't going to catch it, and you think that I'm just not going to say something. It's like, hey, listen, I'm going to give you a little pow back. Pause for anybody who thinks that's pause worthy. But you're going to get it back after a while because the universe works on balance. And you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I think that people underestimate, they underestimate what it means to be nice. You know, nice don't mean, you know, doormat. And it's like, at the end of the day, I'm not impulsive. So you're not going to get me to do the crash out stuff that's going to get me in trouble. But at the end of the day, you're talking to somebody as a therapist. I could get at you in ways that you can't get back at me because you're just not smart enough. So when I circle the block on somebody like that on Instagram, it's like, you know, they have no idea what I could really do to them. It'll be worse than what 50 or Cam or any of these other dudes do when they got platforms. You know what I mean? It's like, and I'll wait until I got millions and billions in the account so that I got an infinite budget to send you straight to the underworld. So, you know what I mean? And I'm talking, you know, I'm not talking physically, of course. You know what I mean? But it's like, at the end of the day, it's all for the sake of therapy, because it's like, you need to know why you getting sent to the underworld, why you going on that last ride. And until you reflect, it's going to continue to happen. Now, you know, like I said, again, I don't condone petty behavior, but I do condone therapy and making sure you are in good health, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically.
Okay. So pretty much when it comes down to, you know, social media, and it comes down to like how people are responding to you now, is it because of the things you've done thus far? Like, is it because of the, you know, things you've like achieved, like as far as like your album and you know, your movie and stuff like that? Do you think it's because of that?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's straight jealousy. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, and just to be clear, I'm only talking about one person I spun the block on. Everybody else can go kick rocks. They're not even, you know, but when you know somebody since you were 4, you know what I mean? It's like, after a while, you might have to, you know, give them a little, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it's like, but yeah, that's what it is. It's like, as you grow in your, you know, in your journey and walk into, you know, step into who you're always been destined to be, what happens is that people, whether they have success or not, because the person that shot at me, they're making over 7 figures. It's like, bro, you're making way more money than me. I don't understand how you even got, you having issues with me. But the truth is that, because you know just as well as I how therapy works, you understand that just because you're making a crap ton of money doesn't mean that you're internally healthy. And it's like that comes from not chasing after the things that was gifted to you. I mean, God gifts us certain things, and at the end of the day, that's our direct line of having a relationship with him, because that's how he's able to lead us that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a direct line. Once you cover that up, you bury it. They tell you about it in the Bible. There's a guy who had 5 talents. One person had 3 talents. The other one had 1. The person that had 1, he buried his, and then God was like, yo, why'd you do that? You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, when you do that, it's a slap in the face to God. So it's like, for the people who have crap tons of money and feel some kind of way about me, or even the people that are broke, dusty, and ashy, you know what I'm saying, with cracked up, lips and whatnot, and dirt under the nails and whatnot, and they shoes look like, they done walk through landmines. Even for those people, it's like, at the end of the day, you can't be mad at me because I chose to bet on myself. I guess I guess these people that didn't bet on themselves, they just didn't have the cojones to believe that they had the skills to pay the bills. That ain't my fault. All right. I was blessed how I was blessed. I was raised by a hustler / entrepreneur. I know how the game works. If you don't want to listen to game when I try to drop it, that's on you. And I've tried to drop game to a lot of people and they don't listen. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, at the end of the day, I'm not going to feel bad. I'm not going to feel bad. Y'all had the opportunity to do what you had to do. You didn't do it. And it is what it is, as far as I'm concerned. Words from Kirkland. Kayrunna, that's Kayrunna, Kayrunna, Fluellen.
I'm sure y'all heard that, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so now that we've gotten out, the information that was sent to whoever's out there, I'm sorry for you, by the way, because this man has taken a long time to get to this point. He used to be nice when I met him. When I met him, he used to be real nice. I'd be like, "Hey man, how you doing?" He was like, "How you doing?" Right?
I'm still a nice guy. What do you mean?
No. This another person. This another person. You know what I mean? Hey, you want to be on the show? Yeah, I'll be on the show. Then you got on the show, and now it's just like, West Side, but I got you. I feel you.
But let me elaborate real quick. Just real quick elaboration. Because I think that people would hear me speak like this and think like, oh, you think like you a super thug or something like that. It's extra tough. Here's the difference between me versus the superficial tough people, right? The superficial tough guys in the world. Life isn't about going to jail and shooting stuff up. It's about actually working through the emotions, right? Because most people that do the kind of stuff that label them, that get them labeled as tough guys and stuff like that, a lot of them are running away from their problems. A lot of them have psychological issues. They can't take the hits that life gives them. I've taken them all. So it's like, when I'm speaking like this, it's not because I think I'm better than anybody or because I think I'm tougher than anybody, but I will say that for me to have gotten to this space, because I've been around so many people who are music artists and were very talented. They had the streets behind them. I didn't have the streets behind me. People thought that I had a silver spoon given to me. Now, that's not the truth at all. You know what I'm saying? I just had parents like I had a parent, and then ended up eventually having parents once my mom met, the man that I call my father. It's like, they just happened to make decisions and put the work in that the other people weren't willing to do. That's what happens when you come from a family of hustlers / entrepreneurs. It's like, they're going to put in the work. And it's like, most people are too busy trying to find shortcuts. I haven't taken any shortcuts. So it's like, when you hear this from me, it's not a matter of, oh, I'm just going to go outside, and if somebody look at me the wrong way, I'm going to knock them out. No, it's because I was able to walk in rooms full of straight up white people who look at me and think that I'm less than. And I was able to stand there, articulate myself, and walk out the room with them realizing, okay, we can't control him, but in the sense of he'll do anything for money, but it made me walk out with a sense of understanding that I'm not for sale. You can't sell me, and you're intimidated by me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And your intimidation lets me know that I'm on the right path.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they say the most dangerous person is, especially when it comes to a black man, is an intelligent black man. So this confidence that I exude isn't from superficial tough guy stuff. It's from actually being able to handle business, know how business actually works, being able to work around certain things that have been thrown my way that were designed to stop me and didn't. And the fact that I was able to still get to a position that I'm at right now where I can have close to 55,000 streams worldwide. So it's like at the end of the day, if somebody was to come in here and punch me in the face, yes, I'm tough enough to fight them and probably win. Mm-hmm. But it's not based off of that. It's based off of having legitimate confidence and not confidence based on I got a bunch of dudes on the block that's wanting to ride for me for no stupid reason other than the fact that they're bored.
Yeah. And and turning 38 will do it too.
That too. Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, that'll do it.
They say we're not supposed to make it past 21. I made it 38. It's rough. Yeah,
the secret, if anyone out there wants to know how to make it to 38, stay home. Just stay home, and that'll save your life. So he stay in the house a lot. You know what I mean? That's why you think he out here being like, "Yo, I got something to say." Because at home is Disney Plus.
Yeah, no, it was. Listen, no, when I started working with you, like the past 10 years, I've been mostly in the house, sitting down, working, putting stuff together. But it was like when I was out here, it was people wanted me off. I had at least 3 moments that I could think of off the top of my head where I remember getting a message from God saying, "Take somebody with you." And after walking out those situations, I knew exactly why. I actually could feel it before even getting to the situation.
Yeah.
But I was prepared to go myself. And then God was like, "Nah, take somebody with you." So it's like, it's important to know to sit down sometimes and put in the work to build something before going back outside.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if you are at home and, there's gunshots around you, lie on the floor, make some music, right? Like, that's the real key. You really want to make it. That's the key. Don't worry about them. If they screaming, that's their problem. Mind your business. Stay home. And you'll live to 38.
The Bible say mind your business. It do say that in there.
It really does.
I forget what verse it is
I don't know.
now.
I tell people mind your business all the time. And they be like, "Oh, you shouldn't say that." No, it's in the Bible. It's okay.
Mm-hmm. As soon as I get the verse, I'll post it up too. To say it.
So now that you've accomplished all of this, like as we wrap this up, like what would you tell people about the spiritual journey and how significant was that in your evolution? And why is it important for other people to kind of follow suit with that as far as like building a relationship with God and things like that?
Yeah, man. Spiritual journeys ain't sitting down Indian style and saying, "I'm going to meditate today." I'm laughing because people don't realize when you're on a spiritual journey, it's your brain opening up and realizing kind of like what Neo realized in the Matrix. And what it does is it really breaks your whole reality. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of y'all don't have the cojones to get up and get out of bed. So I would tell you not even to waste your time on a spiritual journey. For real. Y'all ain't got it. Y'all ain't built for it. God don't call people who's not spiritually strong enough to do it. You know what I'm saying? He just don't. So it's not easy. It probably sound, jacked up for me to say this, but just continue on the road y'all on. Lucifer, he'll take you. You know what I mean? But quite frankly, y'all not built for God's path, a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all aren't. A lot of y'all will say, "Oh, I'm a warrior of God. I do this, I do that." He don't want you. You ain't got it. Trust me, it takes a lot. He will take who you are and tell you who you are is not good enough. And he will break that apart and mold you like clay into something new. And a lot of y'all ain't got it. Stay home, continue to do the dumb stuff that you're doing, and maybe you might get lucky later on down the line.
All right. So
I'm sure that wasn't really inspirational, but
no, not at all. So for everybody out there, just keep going to church, whatever you believe in.
Yeah, keep going to the church where you banging your auntie, or
mhm.
if you go to the white church, you already know what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead, continue on the path you on. Like I said, you might get lucky, but for those who really want to know, you got to put down the stuff that you've been doing, and he's going to lead you in another direction, and you're going to see if you really built for it or not.
Mm-hmm. You know it's serious when he takes his glasses off and look you in the eyes, because you see the struggle. You see the struggle.
Like when we take them off again? So
no, that's enough. It's enough. That once is enough. Twice will kill somebody. So, all right, that's good. So, before we wrap up, man, listen, man. I know me and you've been rocking this joint for a while.
Yeah, like 10 years.
But yeah. But production now.
Yeah, you got signed now.
You got the sign now. You know what I mean? It's real.
I'm a sponsor. My company's sponsor.
Sponsor for, you know what I mean? So yeah, you know what I mean? I think it's
we're doing good.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
I would say for anybody out there, like if you're on a journey, whatever it is, whether as an artist.
I forgot to add that in there. It is worth it though.
Yeah,
it's worth it. It is worth it though.
Yeah, because again, it's once you find your purpose, then you'll get your calling, because God will assign you where you belong, and who He needs you to become. It's more about, are you willing to become it? And not everybody is, and not everybody's willing to walk that path. So, I appreciate you terrifying everyone, and I also appreciate you just sharing your truth and stories and your journey. And yeah, and I'll see you on the next one, man. We got this.
Of course.
I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.